Hey everybody, this is Anatomy Jack, and we are starting up a new game, Space Engineers. I just downloaded it, and I'm really excited about this. It's kind of like a space version of Minecraft, where you can mine as much of the planet or the planet that you're on as you want. And there's tons of different things that you can craft. But it's a space version, so you get to use spaceships and you can fly and you can get into space. You can do dogfighting. You can do so much stuff. I am super stoked about this. So what I did was I played kind of the tutorial, and I've also watched a couple of tutorial videos. And I highly recommend. There's a tutorial video that Splitsie put out this a couple years ago. This game isn't new by any means, but the tutorial video was awesome. And I'm actually going to do this is kind of the first start of my own game outside of the tutorial realm. So I'm going to start very similar to how he suggested, and we're just going to get going with that. So the way that I'm going to set up my first base is probably going to be pretty close to his and the first crafting. So look at this area. Okay, let's see where I'm going to land here. We're coming in hot. Okay, so we may end up landing on a side of the hill. I'm not sure, and we will see if we just end up rolling down. Otherwise, we might have to restart. Or we might land on a freaking tree. Who the hell knows? Oh no, we're good there. Oh no, I think we're screwed here. I do believe that we are screwed. No, we'll have to start again. Just hitting F5. So you get generated into a random world, and these will be Earth-like because that's what I am choosing. Earth-like drop. Ooh, it's a bit of tundra close to the mountains. Is that water? It might be water. That's cool. Okay, well, we'll see if the pod stays upright this time. It's like a hill. Beauty. Look at that. Crash land. We are safe. Oh, that's the roof. Okay. So we are here. This looks pretty okay. I have no idea, to be honest. But we have oxygen. So underneath the HUD in the middle at the bottom, there is a little green highlighted thing that says O2 is high, and it also says warm. So this is actually fantastic. Okay, welcome to Space Engineers. So this is my little man. You can zoom out quite a bit if you want to see the area, which is very helpful. And you can see that there is a yellow two hammers. And so what that is that's an ore resource. And ore resources can be quite a few different things. And let's see if I can. Here, I'm going to take out my little mining tool and get it to where it's all black. So that looks like it's ice is the resource. So I could mine to get some ice, which you use ice. Your ship will break down ice for oxygen and hydrogen. On the bottom left hand side, you've got your little health meter. So the plus or the cross that's health, obviously. And you got your O2, then you got your power, and you got your H, which is hydrogen. So that's what your spacesuit uses, because we can fly. Awesome. Okay, so this isn't too bad of an area in my mind for at least the starter base. I have no idea later on. But we're going to set it up here because that's where we landed. And we're going to get shit going right away. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to collect some resources and drop it into this thing, which is the survival kit. Now I'll show you around a little bit. I'll use my little trusty drill for a pointer. Okay, so the yellow portions of any containers are the things that you can access. This one is a battery. You start off with a pretty good battery, so you don't want to get rid of that. So this is your survival kit, and then on this side is your O2 H2 generator. Very important. All this stuff is really important. On this side is your cockpit, and this is your seat. What's cool about the seat, if I open up the inventory, you actually have a gun to start with. And it's important to take this shit out early on, because one of the things that you have is a grinder, and you can grind the shit out of stuff. And you can dismantle your ship completely if you want. And there is some very important reasons to dismantle stuff and reasons not to, but we won't be using that right now. So in the survival kit, this is what's on the back. You can produce a few different things. You can produce ingots, and then with the ingots that you create, you can produce a few other things that we will need as we're going to build. So very similar to any game. So I'm going to actually start mining. I'm not going to mine to this ice ore, just because there's snow around, and I can get ice. It's quite accessible right now, and also because I'm in a high oxygen and it's warm, I don't actually need to use my oxygen. I can actually flip my visor up, which you do not want to do that in space, and I don't want to do it right now, simply because I'm going to mine, and you can actually get damage if you're doing it with your visor up. So leftmost button, rightmost button are all very important for mining, and everything is kind of your action keys. But your rightmost button will just grind shit away, and you won't collect resources. But your leftmost button is a little bit more precision, and you will get resources. So I'm going to crouch down because it's at our feet. All right, chugging. Now this is what I find incredible about this, and kind of what I wished we would have. It's so similar to Minecraft, because you can just dig to your heart's content, chugging away. You see the little rocks blasting by me. All right. Here, let's have a look. Look at all that shit. That's awesome. So anyways, you hit F and you collect a bunch of stuff, and you'll see the little bar above the HUD at the bottom filling up. because that is, we are getting,
Inventory
there we go,
full.
filling up our inventory with stone. I'm crouched, that's why I'm walking so slow. And we'll head over to the survival thing, drop some stone in there, go to production, and I'm going to craft a bunch of this. So if you click it once, you will craft, left click once, you'll craft 1. If you hit control, craft 10. If you hit shift, craft 100, and hold control and shift, and you'll craft 1,000. I don't need that many, but I am gonna do just a few hundred, just so it keeps this rolling every time I put some stone or any type of ore in there. And then we'll let that motor away. And so I'm just going to be running back and forth here, collect the rest of the stone that I did. Sweet. Now you can, I'm lucky that I started out kind of in the tundra area that has this gray stuff, stone, so accessible. You may start kind of a little more on plains, so you can dig into this stuff just as well. But you don't get as much stone as you do if you get into if you dig right into the stone. But you can dig through that layer, and you can dig right through this and eventually get down into stone. So I'm just going to continue to mine this. So what I'm doing now is I'm mining, I'm pressing and holding F. So it will, so that helps it collect.
Inventory full.
Okay, now it looks like it's getting darker, hey? So L is your light, but the reason that it's getting darker is because I freaking just dug a tunnel. Look at that. How cool is that? So you can clean out areas and just dig and dig and dig underground. Man, I'm so stoked for this game. Alright, you produce stuff. Okay, so we're collecting a little bit of ore ingots here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start figuring out what I need and to build here. So what I want to do is we're going to set up. First thing we want to do is put up something for power. We don't want to run out of power. That would really suck. So we're going to make a wind turbine. Because it's an Earth-like planet, there will constantly be wind. We could put up solar panels as well, So a wind turbine is something that looks like that. There is solar panels as well, something that looks like this. So they would set up however they set up. I actually haven't used these before because the wind turbines are freaking awesome. Solar panels, and especially because I'm in an area like this, the sun would go behind mountains very early, and we wouldn't get much for solar energy anyways. So wind will be constant, and that's what we're going to start with, but we want to put it up in a tower. So we've got these blocks. You can make them big blocks or small blocks. We'll start with big, and then we're going to create a tower and put up the wind turbine. But what I'm going to need is something to craft these blocks. And so on the right hand side is where you can see the components required, and that is steel plates. So I'm going to need steel plates for all this. So we will go to our survival unit, and that's what we are going to tap into production. Let's tap, make 10 of those. Now this is a production queue, so whatever's in front, it will prioritize that. And because we have some ingots and stuff made already, it was able to prioritize that really nicely. Okay, so let's go back to inventory. I'll just double left click. And now, not that. There we go. So we can actually craft this. So we're going to craft a big block. Now I'm going to do this kind of based on what the tutorial showed me. And we're going to kind of go from there. So I'll pop one of those up. And I'm going to make it reasonably high. Good. And then we're going to put the wind turbine on top of that. We'll see if that's high enough. I maybe should have done it on top of a hill. I'm not sure. We will see what kind of wind we get. One thing that is incredibly wicked about this game is that you can grind that all up and you collect 100% of the resources that you put into it. So if you need to move something, it's really not that bad. Okay, so the next thing is the wind turbine. Okay, so on the right hand side again, interior plates, computer, girders, construction compound, motors, and more interior plates. So let's craft some interior plates here. And let's pop it up top, and let's get this. There we go. Now we use a little welder to weld it up a little bit. Oop, bugger. That is one thing you don't want to do. Is accidentally hit X, and that turns on and off your spacesuit. That sucked. Oh well. What else is new? Okay, so we need a fair amount of stuff. So let's pull that up again. So you can find it if it's on your hotbar, which it is right now. If you tap G, you can type it in here, and this will also tell you. So now that here's an interesting aspect is you can have it running and it not be completely finished. But so total it says 40 interior plates, motors is 8. I'm going from the bottom and reading up on the right hand side there. Interior plates 40, motors 8, construction compound 20, girders 24, and computer 2. So that's kind of how it lists it in this menu. Now the cool thing is that in this, when you have it on your hotbar, you see how it says 30 interior plates at the top is the first one, and then on the bottom there's only 10. So there is a percentage of all the components or of the build that is for function, and then there is some that is for armor, for just in case it gets beaten up and it has a little bit extra health. So because we're starting out, I am going to do as little as possible for what we're doing. And I can add the rest later. So actually, if you start from the bottom, I only need 10 interior plates, 8 motors, and 20 construction compounds. I'll start with that, and I can't remember any more than that. So we'll start with that. So interior plates, use 10 of those. Construction compound, I think was maybe 20. I don't know, it might have been 28. And I think computers was, again, I can check again. Computers is only 2. That's production. Axe those out. Okay, so we got the interior plates. Production motors. I think it was 8. I'm going to do 6. Just so I can kind of remember. Construction compound 20, motors 8. Okay, awesome. So I have to make a couple more of those. Now girders are 24. You can access inventory with any tool in your hand. I'm just hitting the F key. Girders. It should be 24 there. Motors, I still need 2 more. Okay, we'll let that do its thing, and we'll head back into the hole, collect.
Inventory full.
Okay, it finished up these. Now my hydrogen is a little bit low, so I will. I'm just gonna. No, that's not what I want to do. That's just gonna make me heavier. These things are pretty heavy. That's 30 kilograms. I'll keep that in there. Let's go over to the side of this. That'll pop up. Awesome. Okay, let's head up top. Get some construction going on. Uh-oh. What is going on? This is confusing. Oh, I see. So you can see on the bottom bottom left-hand corner, the thing in red means my dampeners are off. We'll turn those on, and that will cause you to hover. It will keep you hovering. If you shut them off, it can. If you're in an area of gravity, it'll stop you. It'll cause you to essentially hover. Alright, let's craft up some components. It automatically puts them in. You'll weld it up. I'll still need some computers. 2 computers. Hey, we're doing pretty good here. Awesome. And yeah, I know I made an extra one, and that's okay. All right. So there, it's above the function line, and it is functioning, it's working, it's going good. We may... oh, Jesus. We may finish that up later, but for now we will leave it as is, just so I can continue crafting more stuff. So I've got enough for 2 more 2 steel plates. I think I'm gonna make 1 more. So we can actually get a little bit of a layout here. Okay, so this, now we're going to pick up the blocks again. 1, 2, and we'll start with that. And then I'm going to also, I just hit G. So this is a basic assembler and a basic refinery. So I'm going to also craft these up. Okay. So I've got that on my hotbar, which is number 5. So the basic assembler, now this is actually kind of cool. So the basic assembler, it comes with different sides. Now the yellow side is the only side that can be accessed. Really important to know. And what I want to do is I'm going to put it this way. I need steel plates. I thought I grabbed steel plates. I did not. Oh, right. Yes, it all makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to put it this way for a reason. The way that I'm setting this up, you will see. Okay, so I'll put 1 of those there, and then I also want to do, so this is the basic refinery. Now it has big yellow doors on both sides. So I can put something in this if I set it up right. So the assembler has the big yellow door facing me, and if I set this up in front of it like this, so I should be able to put something in here and it actually travel through to the assembler, so they will feed off of each other. So that is what I am going for. So I'm going to need another steel plate. just to be able to get it going. Okay, so now what we're going to do is get resources to fix this up. So back to digging. Oh boy, that might get annoying after a while. Okay, we'll let that plug away. Okay, had a nice run there. All right, let's continue to fill this bad boy up. Just grinding away. Whoa, run into the wall. Gonna kind of open up this entrance just a little bit more.
Inventory full.
Nicer. Okay, let's head over and see what we need. So we're going to make the assembler first. So 60 steel plates. So I start from the bottom of the list. 60 steel plates, 40 construction compound, and 10 motors. Let's just start with that. Okay. 60. Oops. 60. I will need more of this anyways, so we'll start with, we'll let her buck with that. I think that was pretty close. 60, 40, 10. Okay, and then display is 4 and 80 computer. Man, I keep hitting the wrong button. 80 computer, hey? Might as well just make 100. And display 4. Okay, and I will put that at the back, so it'll prioritize everything else first. Awesome. We'll throw this in and let this run. And we'll go grind some more.
Inventory full.
Yeah, I'll do one more load and then I'll grab some of the stuff that it's created. And we'll start making our first stuff.
Inventory full.
I couldn't hold anymore. This guy can only hold so much stuff. So unfortunately, I got a ton of stuff on me. That's all that I can hold. Okay, so let's start plugging away with some of this.
Energy low.
Ooh, energy low. Okay. Give me some juice. We could probably put the rest of that in, or at least some of it. And take more of this. Every time. Keep hitting escape. Look at that. Okay, we got our first machine. So I can't access it from here. I will also production. So this can produce quite a bit more stuff. Now, when I eventually get to where this is full of stuff, which I can add some computers and a little bit of stuff, I'll be able to access the assembler inventory from the frontier because they're connected. So that's awesome. Okay, so we need 100 steel plates for this. And I want to be able to get up and maybe extend this out so that we can actually access it a little bit easier. Okay. Make those. I didn't even look at what else we need. That's terrible. Okay, construction compound 20 and more motors 10. Every time. Hit that damn escape button. Construction compound, I can't remember how much it was. Let's go 20. And motors 10. Perfect. But we need more resources for this stuff. So back to grinding. Good. We got lots there. Perfect. Try and fill up my inventory without getting her to yell at me. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait for some stuff to be crafted here. Put the motors ahead of that. Another unknown signal detected.
Inventory full.
freaks me out every time. I'll have to see what that actually is. So steel plates is it for this, and that should be ready to go too. Now I have some extra stuff here which I can store in here, which is awesome, so I don't have to carry it on me. Let's go pick this stuff up. Now I don't actually have to have anything in my hands to pick this up. So it'll take a little while for that to craft up all that gear. There's still a lot to produce the steel plates. I still need 74 left. Okay, yeah, it's gonna take a while. And we're gonna need lots of resources here.
Inventory full.
Okay, so if you look under my HUD, you can see that the temperatures went from warm to cold. So that means the suit is going to be using more energy to keep me warm. So I'll have to keep an eye on that as well. 18. Oh, right. Man, that's why. Plug away.
Inventory
Oh, I
full.
could hardly put any in. Oh, well, let's keep digging. It'll be really nice once we get this thing built because it goes way faster than this.
Inventory full.
So what I think I might do is actually steal a couple steel plates and craft a few more blocks. And what I want to do is craft a, maybe, yeah, I'll do one here and then a sloped one. So to get the sloped one, I'm going to go to here and pull this down. That's number 5. Okay, switch it around. There. That'll be a little bit easier.
Inventory full. Three-quarters of the way there. Awesome.
Alright, we are plugging away. We are going to, once I get this built, we'll call that an episode. Only need 25 more. Okay, I think I'm going to take this side of it.
Inventory full.
So close, so close. Let's go grab the rest of those just so it has more stuff to do. And then we will patch her up. Switch to this right now.
Inventory full.
Why is it not crafting them? Oh, it doesn't have any more. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't need to. I didn't need that. I need iron. Okay. Wrap this bad boy up. Bring it. Alright, look at that. That's awesome. Okay. Now, coolest thing with this is it just magically produces shit fast. Okay, so what I can do here is the production. So this connects to the basic assembler, which is directly behind this machine. Or if you want to just do the basic refinery, you just come to the regular screen. So now we can craft a lot more stuff. Some of the stuff we do need different ingots, like this one. We do get iron and nickel from stone, but not the cobalt. So if we want to make metal grids, that is going to be something that we'll need, and we will want to make metal grids. So we're going to have to try and find some cobalt. But this is freaking exciting. Okay. Now I'm going to take all of this. And we will throw it in here. We can't, because it is it's not full. Okay, I can drag and drop. Oh, right, that's why. Okay, so I can do that. Put nickel in there, silicon, and then these can go in here. Awesome. All right, everybody, that is a wrap for episode 1. How freaking cool is that? We got ourselves a little wind turbine, and a refinery, and an assembler. So this is pretty exciting. Thank you very. I don't know why I'm crouching. It's just weird. Thank you very much for tuning in, and if you liked like this, make sure that you crush the like button. This is a pretty cool game so far. I really appreciate the tutorial from Splitsie that I'm going off of, and I am designing what I am creating based on it, and that tutorial will be in the description below. So make sure that you check that out. But this is gonna be a fun episodes, and we're gonna see what else we can create. I can't wait to get working on the ship and turn it into something. Whether it's going to be a ship, whether it's going to be a Land Rover, whether it's going to be whatever, who the hell knows. We are going to rock it out. All right, thanks a lot for tuning in, and we will see you next time.